Hello folks, how you doing? Listen, in this video we're going to hopefully finish our bottom navigation, okay? That's the vibe, we're going to finish it off. But before we go ahead, I would like to take a little time out, if that's okay, to just show you my surroundings and show you how I'm working and all of that stuff. So I'm going to unplug the microphone so that you can see what's happening, okay? Here we go. Okay, so you have now been officially unplugged on the microphone front. Now I'm going to switch the camera on, okay? Hello, how are you doing? I'm sorry about the state of my hair. But in any event, let me just lift you up here, okay? It's just a little laptop I'm on. And I want to show you the scene so you can see the vibe, right? So this is where I'm working. And it's just a kind of rubbish table. And what have I got? Got a bunch of guitar plectrums here. A couple of B complex, and this, apparently that's meant to be good for your brain. I'm not sure if it is though. I've been experimenting with different guitar plectrums, these here, and whenever I'm rendering I'm having a little shot of this little beauty here, and I've got a banjo as well and all of that. But the one thing I don't have, folks, is notes. If you look around, there is nothing. Now, I've got a screen here. There is a screen, but there's no computer attached to it. Okay, so let me plug you back in there. And in any event, the reason why I was showing you that was so that you folks know that when I'm telling you I've not got any notes, I really mean that. And as a matter of fact, most of the time when I hit the record button, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing 2 minutes ahead of now. I'm just pressing record and coding. And the funny thing is sometimes when you do that it's nice, but sometimes you do stupid things. For example, and there are so many, but you see that little grey label that goes to the home page? I'm going to take that out. It's ridiculous, okay? So that was on the sortable _ list view file. It was ridiculous. Another thing that's ridiculous is this button info thing. This should actually be danger, and it should have delete item URL, and the icon should be a little trash symbol. Now hold on, we're going to get an error. So I'll just say delete item URL is nav blah 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 delete row item ID. Okay, save and refresh, and that's pretty cool. So like I was saying, the reason why I'm showing you round about the place, and by the way, this is not my home, this is my old childhood bedroom here. I'm over at my mum's house, which is probably not too macho, but it kind of works strangely enough. Anyway, I'm over there just now. This is the old bedroom, and as I say, I don't have any notes. So just remember that, okay? If you see me doing anything that's a bit crazy or something, just give me some sympathy, man, will you? I mean, you should try doing this, you know. Anyway, that's the vibe. Thank you very much. Let's just move on, okay? So I'm going to work on create. I'm going to work on delete. Let's start with create, okay? And if we click on this, you'll see that it basically brings up this create new navigation link, and that is not too bad. That's not too bad. However, I'm going to be a crazy rock and roller, and I'm going to have this thing as one of those modal vibes. I mean, that's okay, you know, it worked before, nothing wrong with it, but I actually think that for this section I would kind of like it to be one of those vibes. Do you know what I'm talking about? So let me just do a site-wide search for modal, and it would be something like that. So I'm just going to say find, and there we go. We've used one before in slides. Look at this, draw create modal. That's the vibe. Yes, that is the vibe. So we are talking about bottom nav manage. I want you to open up btm nav / manage, and this is the vibe. It says create navigation link. Right in here I'm going to chuck in I'm going to chuck in echo modules run btm nav / draw. Now what's it going to be called? Draw create modal, right? Draw create modal URL. That's what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about. So I'm going to take this, the button that we've got out. I'm going to go to slides, and we've got a draw create modal thing going on here. I'm going to copy that and take it over to the bottom nav controller, pasting in, and this is the model for creating a new record. Yep, that's fair enough. Now we do not need the parent ID. We do need, I think, a form location. That would not do any harm. So it's going to go to btmnav /submit create, and I think we're going to pass in the options that need to be created here. Okay, so I'll say data options. Now we have a thing that we made somewhere, because I can remember this, you know. We had a thing that was get options for drop down. Do you remember that? Options or something like that. Was it for drop down? Something like that. And get all subcats for drop down. Was that the one? Maybe that? I don't know. On store categories? I don't know. Get drop down options. Now that looks kind of cool. Okay, get drop down options looks okay to me. Okay, so let me just chuck that in. Get drop down options. So let's have a look at what it does. We're gonna okay, it's taking a thing called update ID. Now I am gonna do a vibe, I think. In fact, let me just do this right now. I'm going to get the selected options. Okay, so query is this get, and we'll order by anything you like. I'll do priority, right? And I'm going to say for each query, loading up result as row, and I'm going to say selected options. Okay, and that's going to be row ID and row ID. Okay, so we've got a bunch of selected options. Okay, now the options for drop down are going to be get options for drop down, sorry, get drop down options, and I'm going to pass in selected options. Okay, and we'll always have something for selected options, because as I was saying, we're always going to have at least refund policy and contact us on there. So this function here is going to take in the selected options like that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to loop through all of the, what do you call it, all of the web pages. Well, let me just do this actually, right? So I'm just going to say this load module, and just to show you what's happening, folks, just to show you what's happening, it's going to be web pages, right? So we're loading up web pages, and I'm going to say query is this web pages get, and we're going to order by, what do you reckon? Any thoughts? Well, let's have a look. We could order by something like page URL, I would say. Okay, page underscore URL. So there we go. Okay, and what we're doing here is get all of the web pages. Okay, now I'm going to loop through all of these web pages for each query, loading up result as row, and I'm going to say if. Now, have you ever seen this PHP thing called if in array? Have you seen that before? If something's in an array, okay? Well, I'm going to say if it's not in array. And what are we talking about? I'm saying if not in array, row ID, selected options. In other words, this is not a selected option, and if that's the case, then I'm going to say options, and that would be row ID equals row ID. Okay, so that's that, and thank you very much indeed. Now I'll add a thing in that says please select. I think that's quite cool. So that's going to go up there, and that is not too bad. Okay, not too bad. And I'll say if not is set, options, then options is that, and that's just to avoid errors. Okay, now we have made a mistake. I know we've made a mistake, just relax. Here's the mistake. Where this selected options row ID thing's happening, it should of course be, let me just bring this up again, BTM nav, it should be page ID. Okay, there we go. So that was our deliberate mistake of the day. Right, so we've got the drop down options. Are you feeling good? I'm feeling kind of good. So we've got drop down options, create, modal, and all of that stuff. Here we go. Okay, now I'll start off by creating the view file, which is called create_modal.php, and I'm going to copy create modal from slides because that was not too bad. So I'm going to copy that vibe and paste in. And before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's just check it out. Okay, so we'll hit refresh, and of course there's going to be errors everywhere. So let's have a look. Missing argument, draw create modal. Let's have a little look here. So that was on. Now if we, let me just have a quick look. Okay, so it's right, okay, do you see how that's looking for a parent ID? We do not need that. Okay, we do not need that. So save, refresh. Okay, undefined variable parent ID, that's on line 4. So let me just bring that up. Now it's not this one, it is this one. So I'm going to take this whole thing out actually. Okay, and this is going to be create new link instead of create new slide. Okay, so we'll save that, hit refresh. Okay, create new link jumps out. Now that's not too bad actually, that's kind of good. So I'm looking for a drop down here. Okay, looking for a drop down. Now if we do a search for drop down, do we have anything? Visual unit includes, oh gee, how about store categories, create, something like that. And I think that that's quite a good looking drop down there. I'm going to copy that. It's from store categories, create, and we're just going to take out these ones, paste in, and we'll probably have a few errors, but who cares, right? Who cares? We'll just go through this. The drop down is going to be page ID. We've got options. We do not need this parent cat ID, although we could, well, that's where the value goes, so I'll just do that actually, and that should be okay. We don't need this form hidden thing, we can take that out. Okay, so I'm just going to save, refresh, and create new link. Okay, so we just need to sort out the name of the variable. It's called options for dropdown. Now I'm going to change that to just options. Saving, refresh, let's go. Please select. Excellent. That is not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, so if we jump into that thing and where these controls things are going, I'm just going to say page URL. Refresh. Here we go. Okay, that's not too bad. Spacing's a bit weird, mind you, but let's not get too fussy, shall we? That's okay. Page URL. Right. The other thing that I think I would like to do is on this get drop down options. You see where it says row ID? I'm going to change that to page URL here. So if we save, sorry, that's my phone, create new link, here are the page URLs. Okay, and I'm going to say if page, whoops, sorry, if row page URL is equivalent to that, then the page URL, well, let me have a think here. If row page URL is that, then I'll just say row page URL equals home. Save, refresh. Okay, here we go. So select, so we've got home, about us, how to find us. Okay, so that's okay. That's the URL. I think that's okay. Just a few little touch-ups, and this is all going to be just perfect, okay? So we'll jump into our create vibe again, and where it says create slide, I'll say create bottom navigation link. I'm quite concerned about the way that this is chucking this all over to the right hand side, so let me just see what's going on, if that's okay. I'll give it a red background color just so we can see. Well, that did not reveal too much. Let me just do that. Okay, so it's not that. Is it this controls thing that's causing the problem? Let me just see. Okay, we'll have a look. Okay, controls definitely looks dodgy. So let's have a look at up here and see how, there we go. There we go. You can see what's going on, right? It's expecting this to be inside a div class that's called control group, okay? So if we jump out of here and do that, right, and I'll get rid of these paragraph tags, okay, and we'll add a div in here. Okay, this all a bit messy, but hopefully it'll make some sense. So that's going to go like that. We're going to have the label there. The label is going to say page URL like that, and if we save and refresh, you can see that that's starting to look a whole lot better. So that's good. I'll just get rid of the red background color. And there we go. Okay, so create new, what on earth does that, hold on a second, create new link, and there we go, save, refresh. That's excellent. So they choose something and then they hit submit, and it goes to bottom nav submit create. Okay, now this is only going to take a minute to build. We're nearly there, just stay cool. Okay, so here we go, submit create. First thing I'm going to do is this load module site security. It's been a long time actually, so let's just we've got a thing here for make sure as admin. Remember this stuff here? Okay, so we'll do the same vibe. This site security, make sure as admin. That's excellent. And just to remind you what's happening on the variables front, I'm just going to show you key of key as value of value. Okay, so let me just save that, have a quick look. We'll head back. We'll do create new link. How to find us is cool. Okay, page IDs 10, submit value. So that is fantastic. So here we go. Submit. Sorry, this microphone keeps falling. There we go. So submit is this input post submit true, and then we've got page ID. Okay, so page ID is also that, and I'm just going to say if submit is equal to cancel, then what's going to happen, let's redirect to bottom nav manage. Okay, so redirect btm nav / manage, then I'm going to say else if submit is equivalent to submit. Well, this is when the good stuff starts, because it's going to be data page ID equals page ID. And I'll just say data priority, I don't think it really matters actually. I'll just say for the moment priority is 0, and then we'll just do an insert statement. So we're going to insert, and then we're just going to redirect back to btm nav / manage. Okay, so that's us, and yes, we could add flash data, and yes, I'm going to skip that because I'm kind of in a hurry here. So we'll chuck in how to find us. There it is, see? We'll chuck in another one. And by the way, you can see that how to find us has disappeared. I'll chuck in about us. Okay, so did you see how it's added about us? Okay, now I'm going to do the delete thing. Bottom nav delete 3. So here we go. Function delete, is that the one we're talking about? Yep. So delete is expecting an update ID to come in. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this person is an administrator, and then as extra security I'll say if not is numeric update ID then die. Okay, and now it's just a case of saying this delete update ID, and then we're just going to redirect to btm nav / manage. So here we go. Cannot redeclare delete. Okay, so what's going on here? Right, we've got a delete. Okay, so it's looking for a delete confirmation vibe. I'm going to take that out because it's just more trouble than it's worth. I mean, if they delete something, they can add it back in 2 seconds, so who cares, right? So here we go, heading back. Come on, come on. Here we go, here we go. Sorry. That's the vibe. So I'm going to say delete. Here we go. Okay, it's deleted. Yes, that's excellent. Now, when it comes to contact us and refund policy, I do not want them to delete those pages. And as a matter of fact, even on the CMS here, again, there's certain pages that I do not want them to delete. So I don't want them to be able to delete this page here. Okay, I just don't want them to do it. I don't want them to be able to delete the home page either. So what we'll do is, whoopsie daisy, we'll jump back onto this bottom nav manage vibe, which is here, and I'm gonna do a vibe, a little function here called function get special pages, and basically it's just going to say special pages equals, and it's going to be 2 special pages equals 8, and we're going to return the special pages. Now if you want, you can say contact us and refund policy, if that helps. Okay, so we now have the special pages, and basically the idea is that if we go to that draw sortable list thing, which is somewhere like this, okay, somewhere like this, well, I'm going to say data special pages is this, get special pages, and then when we go into sortable list here, the vibe is we jump in here and we say if now remember the vibe, we've got an array, okay, and that's going to be for row page ID, okay, and if that happens to be in special pages, sorry, if it does not happen to be in special pages, then we're going to let them delete it. Okay, otherwise, tough luck, Chico, they're not going to be allowed to delete this. So if we save and refresh, you'll see that those delete options have gone away. Okay, and while we're here, actually, let's just add a couple of things in here. I'm going to do a little divider here, and I'm going to say page title, and we'll make this bold. something like that. And up here, I'm going to do bold again. Just do a new line actually. And right about here, I'm going to say page URL. Okay, something like that, something like that. So we save and refresh. That's excellent. Yep, I am happy. We create a new link. Okay, so about us, submit. There's about us. You can see that the delete thing has appeared. Here's some other page and all of that. Looks pretty good. How to find us and all of that. Okay, now I would also, if this was a real shop, go through the delete thing here, and I would make sure, like, really hard code in that they are not allowed to delete these special pages. Same goes with the content management system, and I would add the home page onto that as well, you know. So that's pretty much that. Now let me just test the order thing. I'm going to move that up to here. So refund policies in second place. I'm going to hit refresh. And look at that, it stays in the same place. So that is absolutely fantastic. Are we feeling good about the navigation? Okay, I do hope the answer is yes. So now that that's all done, then all we have to do is chuck in a little function here that's going to draw our bottom navigation. So to do that, we open up public bootstrap. Okay, and we head on down. Now whereabouts? How about somewhere like here? And I'm just going to say modules run, and it's going to be btm nav / we'll make this private, draw btm nav. So that's the vibe. There it is. So I'm just going to go right into this bottom nav controller thing. I'm going to say draw btm nav. We're going to say query is get order by priority. Okay, and let me just say data query is this order by priority, and then I'm just going to say this load view btm nav, passing in the data. So here we go, we're almost finished, folks. btm nav.php, and well, what do you reckon's the best way to do this? How about a little div actually, div id equals, and we'll say something like btm underscore nav, and then we'll jump in here and we'll just say for each query loading up result as row. Now hold on a second. Okay, we need to modify the query. Yes, we do. Sorry. If we look, we had this query going on before. Select blah 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 blah, and it actually selects the page URL and the page title. Can you see that? And I think we used that before here somewhere. If we just have a little look, you'll see somewhere. Let me just have a look. Query equals, oh yeah, here it is. When we had draw sortable list, look at the big query. There it is. See, it's perfect. So let's copy this vibe here, right? Gonna copy this here. So I'm copying this because I would like to have the page URL and all of that stuff, you know. So here we go. That's excellent. Well done. That's now getting passed into bottom nav, right? So on bottom nav, I'm just going to say page URL is row page URL page and by the way, you don't need to do this, but I like it. I think it makes the code look really clean, you know. So I like to declare the variables, and basically I'm just going to say echo anchor, and the vibe is going to be, actually let's have base URL, and then we'll add on base URL, adding on the row page URL. So here we go. That's going to be going to page URL with page title. Okay, so if we save that, and oopsie daisy, I can see a mistake already. Close off this. Right, if we save and refresh, and if you look at the bottom here, can you see the links? They are looking fantastic. So now we just open up our CSS file, which is jumbotron.css. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do a little ID called btm_nav, and with the links, in fact, let me just copy this vibe here, okay, from the right hand side thing. So let me just copy that. Sorry. Here we go. So this vibe here is going to be btm_nav. I am not going to mess with the color or the text decoration or anything. I am not going to mess. But what I am going to say is, whoops, sorry. What I am going to say is margin left 12 pixels and margin right 12 pixels, okay? And that is the vibe. So if we save and refresh, look at that. See, not too bad. I think also though, let me just do a couple of other things. I'm also going to say btm nav, and we'll say something like margin top. How about, let's go 36 pixels, and margin, oops, bottom, we'll also say 36 pixels, and let's do text align center. So save, refresh, look at that. Is that not fantastic? I think that's pretty cool. So we can go to contact us, we can go to home, we can go to view your basket, we can go here, there, and everywhere. And that concludes all of the design stuff that we're going to be doing as far as this website goes, okay? That's pretty much it. So join me in the next video where we work on something new and super exciting. We're nearly at the finish line, by the way. I think there's just 2 more things to do. Not 2 more videos, but 2 more kind of parts coming up. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you soon.